Hi guys, it's B-Boy Harribo, and in this tutorial we're going to learn how to hold a handstand. Okay, cool guys, so this tutorial will teach you how to handstand even if you've never been able to handstand in your life. So the first thing you want to have is a wall. The wall is going to help you get used to going up, and it's also going to make it seem less scary, so you're not exactly going to fall over. The first thing I'll recommend is your body's not going to, if you've never done a handstand at all or any type of thing where you're kind of upside down, your body's not going to be used to it. So I really recommend that you take it in baby steps, okay? So the first thing you want to do is kind of build a bit of strength and get your hands used to going upside down. So all we want to do is we just want to practice. We go here, and then we have our hands in front of us like that, and then we take a step. For me, I'm right-footed, but I step onto my left. So if you're left-footed, then you'll actually step onto your right. So we go hands up, then hands and feet come up, then they come down, and you just want to practice just kicking up. You might not even, at the start, you might not even be able to kick up to the wall, but that's fine. You just want to make sure you're getting this bit right, getting it right until eventually you've got enough strength, okay? So once you feel ready, all you want to start doing is kicking a bit harder, but also making sure your hands are really strong. Because a lot of people will do this. They'll kick up and they'll get scared and they'll just crash like that. So you want to make sure that when you kick up, that you're also you're ready to hold it as well. So again, just practice going higher and higher until eventually you're all the way up there. And then just practicing coming down. You want to come down on the same foot that you kicked up on. So I kick up here, I come down on my left, the one that you step onto. Okay, so now that you've got that and you can kick up onto the wall, you just want to practice going on the wall and then just slowly letting go. So just tapping. See, one foot is not touching the wall and one is. And you just want to kind of go back and forth. And that's just going to get your body used to holding the handstand and kind of rocking. Okay, so now we're ready to go without the wall. Okay, so now we're doing it without the wall. It's going to seem a lot scarier. But what we want to do is just not kick too hard. So we just want to practice the step, the kick, and then up, and then come down. Because if you kick too hard, then you might feel yourself going to fall over. But that's the other thing. We should start now practicing falling correctly. So if you're going to fall, what you want to do is you want to tuck your head into your chin and just kind of bring your arms in like this. So you want to go here, oh, I'm falling, and roll just like that. The falling from a handstand is scary, but if you learn that little forward roll, then it's going to help you a lot. So now that we're comfortable with falling and we're not scared to kick up, then we're going to start getting ready to walk. And the reason we walk is to basically keep us in balance. So what will happen is you'll be kicking up and then you'll start feeling that your body will want to move. And then you just kind of want to use your hands and follow it. So if you feel yourself falling backwards, you go backwards, or forward, you just go forward. And then you just want to condition that over and over. And you want to try, the main objective of the handstand is try to move as little as possible. So eventually you can just be completely static and hold it. And in order to do that, you just have to have, I always use the Spider-Man analogy. If you've ever seen Spider-Man, the first one, when he first gets his powers and he sees that he's got those like hairy fingertips, that's the same as the handstand. You want to imagine that you've got those pretty much hairy fingertips and they're gluing you to the floor, because it's the fingertips that are going to prevent you from walking forward or even walking backwards. So we just go up, and you really want to put pressure on them. And just, if you're going to move, then just kind of
put more pressure. Like, my body wants to start walking forward now, but I'm putting a lot of pressure on my fingertips to prevent me from moving forward.
So that's the handstand. My top tips for that is just keep conditioning it every day, just for at least like 5 minutes, and you'll start to see some huge differences over time. Also, try to walk as little as possible. Try stay in the same position. And the last thing is make sure you can fall properly, because if you're doing handstands and you're falling really heavily and hard, then you're not going to enjoy it practicing them, and you're going to give up. So make sure you learn how to fall, and then everything's going to be easier. So that was the handstand tutorial. Keep training, and I'll see you guys soon.